La 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 la. So, if anybody can hear me, and in fact, it might be even on the replay. What I've done is I've just come out and I've thought to myself, I'll show you these lights. I don't know if anybody's going to join, and if nobody joins, oh, there's one person there. So I put a little message on my Spanner. Do you know what, Spanner? I was going to message you and I was going to say, Spanner, are you about? And then I thought, no, because if she's about, then she'll be about, and if she's not about, then she won't be about. So you see, it was a very logical train of thought. So hello, Ashrith, how are you? So literally it's Boxing Day. What am I up to? Oh, Florida, very exciting. Well, literally I had said to you all, would you like a little chat in between Christmas and New Year? And actually the weather's shocking, going to be shocking apart from today. So I've driven somewhere where there's a lovely view. So I've thought to myself, well, what I can do is maybe show the lovely view, just a little short hello, hello. Yes, merry belated Christmas. Oh, Ashrith. So, well, of course, because of the time difference. Hi, Sue. Did I say Sue twice? Hello, hello, Sue. Let's say it again. Hi, Sue. No, how many varieties of Sue are there? Heinz 57, Sue. I'm guessing that is because where you are currently in Florida, it is not indeed the time which it is now, which is 8:32 in the UK. Ah, Mr. Mike, how are you? It was also a bit of a test, I thought to myself. Well, I wonder how many people, if I suddenly go live, will actually get the notification. Well, they say, Sue, three's a crowd. So, you know, you and your other fake two Sues, you'll have to decide amongst you if you all get on. 3:30 p.m. And what's the weather like in Florida? Let's all bask in the glory of Florida. Probably warmer than it is here. In fact, I can't even tell you. It's not really that cold. It hasn't been that bad today. So I'll have a little chat with you for a little while and then I'll show you the view and hope I don't fall down the slope, which is actually a marvellous rhyme for me. And then I just need to make sure. Lots of sun and clouds. Oh, but it's sunny. How wonderful. Has everybody had a lovely Christmas? I feel now that it's kind of almost like I said to my sister as we went round to see my father. It's like, well, that's done now. That's Christmas and Boxing Day stuff all over and done with. That now would be the run up to New Year's Eve, which of course for me will be going to sleep like I normally do, and then getting woken up by fireworks, no doubt. I'm so exciting. Literally, my excitement knows no bounds. Oh, Claire, I'm sorry to hear that, lovely. I can imagine it is very, very strange. It's strange how you can lose somebody. The normal day-to-days are still, they're not exactly happy, shiny. But when you come to those days of, you know, real moments, they can feel a bit more bleak. The first anniversaries are the worst. I think I've just dropped my glasses on the floor. I'm not sure, it made a funny noise. Let me just quickly turn on my lights. No, it can't be my glasses. My glasses are indeed on the dashboard, so who knows? Who knows what I just heard fall down? Maybe it was nothing, it's the ghost of Christmas past. Yes, a friend of mine, she lost her husband as well, recently, from the big horrible cancer, and of course this is the first Christmas, so it's all a bit rubbish. But anyway, let's dial up that mood, shall we? Let's dial the mood up. So who's hiding in the shadows? It's saying I've got 11 on the nose, although what I would say is that whose nose? I think YouTube sometimes lies to me. or rather this could be Streamlabs, because suddenly the numbers all go really high or plunge. I don't think that suddenly it'll just happen. Mike hasn't spoken to anybody for 5 days, says that it's been great. 5 days? That's like, you finish work early. Have you been doing lots of polishing over the festive season, Mike? Improving your polishing? Well, I've seen lots of people. I've seen my mother and her other half, my father and his other half, my sister, my niece, a couple of friends. And because I am now officially 50, this afternoon I had a sleep. So that's marvellous, isn't it? Yes. I don't think I was the most social when I went round my father's either. He's got this little day bed in the conservatory. And so my sister, my niece and I were all sat on it. And before you know it, I'm lying on it with my legs resting on my niece and dozing. She's trying to smother me with the blanket that I'd given my stepmother. So it's all in all the family get-together that we would all expect, indeed, of Christmas. So let me leave the car, because otherwise that'll be the dullest tour ever. Oh, let me turn off my lights, because my car's very clever. And it's saying to me, don't be a fool. Oh, no, it's not saying turn off the lights. It's saying take the key out. It's probably just as important, to be fair. It's a very clever car. And then we will... Now, did we want to take my glasses? No. No. Ooh. Well, a day bed, to be honest, that probably sounds really exciting. It's more probably a sofa, but that you can lie on. So let's turn the camera around and see. It's going to be a little bit far away, but here we are. Now, let me just... There's a bit of a slope. And there will be, where I am now, I mean, I'm lighting up that bush, which is rather exciting, isn't it? Let me double check I did lock the car. That would be embarrassing if I lost the car. So this reminds me a little bit of when I took you to Bluebell Hill, which is Kent. So at the moment we are on Portsdown Hill in, well, Portsmouth, Hampshire. And basically it's just got, I mean, somebody's lit their lights on, so actually that's more tricky for me. I'm just going to watch my footing because I don't want to plunge to my death, or indeed walk in dog poo. One of those is probably more likely. Yes, so this is where really you might have sort of young couples maybe come and watch the view or chat, or indeed older couples, I suppose. There's no age restriction on looking at lights. And I haven't got my glasses with me, which probably was an oversight. Hello, Anne. Hello, Anna. Hello, Leslie. So just a short little tour showing you the best of the view. Isn't that stunning? What would be really, really fun, I think, would be, I'm not going to be here, so I can't do it. It's actually to come here for, say, New Year's Eve or fireworks night. And you would just see the displays popping off. I don't know if you can hear the cars. There's obviously, for those who came with me to Portsmouth Castle, which is ridiculously enough 20 months ago, this is kind of on the route to Portsmouth Castle. What's the very tall thing on the left? The very tall thing on the right. Why did I read it as left when you quite clearly... Well, you see, this is the problem, isn't it? You say the very tall thing on the right, I see a blur of lights. I would suggest it's not going to be Spinnaker Tower because we won't be able to see that far. Is it? Let me see. Unless it is Spinnaker Tower. I can't see. Yes. No, now I can see. I can see what you're actually looking at on my phone, not actually in front of my face, which is amusing. But if it is a little bit curvy at the top, then it would be Spinnaker Tower. It's incredibly strange how I cannot see it at all in front of me and can see it on the phone. So it looks like the phone is picking out so much more than the naked eye can. So yes, sorry, 20 months ago, I did talked about Cypriot cat rescue, and I went to Portsmouth Castle. I am trying, but no, I cannot. But I think it may well be. It certainly looks like it on the phone, which is fascinating not to be able to see it with my naked eye. Oh, my eyes are naked. So apparently the next few days are going to be rainy and windy. So that makes great travel and also great touring weather. So I've been debating what to do, because I was saying to you I might take you guys out for a walk. And then I just thought to myself, you know what, I'm just going to jump in the car, drive to Portsdown Hill, because I had a feeling that I'd come here before on the way to Portsmouth Castle and done a signal test. And of course, because it's so high up as well, does help. I may have told you this before, but I did when I was about, I must have been 17, so not that long ago. A boyfriend took me here to look at the lights, and we were sat there and suddenly his car moved slightly forward and he hadn't put the handbrake on. So I don't know if you can see, because it really is very dark, but there's the floor, so it's not a direct fall down splat. Otherwise you wouldn't have me yeah, raining until 2024. That's just a little bit miserable, isn't it? Whoops. We can only hope that 2024 is going to be a lot more pleasant. So there you are. You can see the dark. I mean, it really is. I think if I lift up my gimbal, you should at some point, but there you are. There's the moon, guys. So as you can see, it is not a clear sky. It is dark, Mike. It's a sort of place that my mother would be having kittens if she knew I was here. Oh, that looks like I can see a blue light. I don't know if you can see it. Looks like an emergency services vehicle. Well, there are street lights, Leslie, but I have wandered off the beaten path. So, see that light? That light that's beaming towards us, that's the road. Hi, Trish. I don't actually want any more kittens, thank you, Mike. If my mother had kittens, logistically that would be a concern. Well, neither brave nor fearless, Leslie. I feel safe here. Oh, I know what story I've got to tell you. So, as you know, or as you probably know, I'm incredibly nosy. Some may say nosy, some may say I'm just very inquisitive and interested. And so I got to my sister's and she said, oh, I'm not sure if I got enough for one of the stockings. So I said, okay, well, do you want us to go? No, I'm absolutely fine. I've decided now I don't need anything else. Okay, are you sure? You sure there's nothing you've forgotten? Because having absolutely no faith that she hadn't forgotten something. And she was like, no, it's all fine. So anyway, after she had had a very large glass of Bailey, she said to me, I don't have any tin foil. I'm going to have to go to the Co-op. I said, well, right. I said, and who's going to be driving? And she looked at me and she said, well, you are. I said, well, thank you very much for that, because I've kind of, settled myself in. So we drove down to a Tesco Express. And for those of you not in the UK, there are some supermarkets called Tesco. And then we used to have little corner shops, and we still do, but they've mostly been taken over by chains now. You used to have independent corner shops. And so, of course, Tesco has moved into the corner shop market and calls them Tesco Express. You have Sainsbury's, a large supermarket, which has Sainsbury's Local. So we went to, because obviously it'd gone 8 o'clock. I'm like, Lorna, it's 8 o'clock on Christmas Eve. We checked the local Co-op that had closed, found the Tesco Express, splendid, okay, let's go there. And went down, and there was a security man by the door. And this isn't a massive shop, it really is what you would call, I suppose it's like, it's a good proportioned corner shop. You can pretty much get everything basic, and probably more besides. And so, while my sister was paying, I said to him, do you always have security here? I thought, perhaps it's because it's Christmas, got more security. And he was like, I've worked here for the last 2 years. I said, and do you get anything happen? He said, well, I've been bottled. I've been stabbed with a needle. And I was absolutely shocked. This sort of innocuous little shop, unfortunately, these places sort of open very late, and there may be housing estates perhaps around that don't have the most, shall we say, socially acceptable behaviours going on. So yes, and he actually showed me on his hand where it had actually been stabbed by a needle. And of course, the issue isn't getting you know, obviously being stabbed by a needle isn't very nice, but actually it's the concern that the person who's been using the needle has obviously got some transmissible disease. I don't think getting bottled would be quite fun. I don't think he's talking like one of those large 2-litre soft drink bottles that would just bounce on your head. I mean, with force that probably would hurt, but I'm thinking he's talking at a, you know, a sort of glass bottle. And my sister by now was obviously getting in on the nosy act. She said, well, what do the police do? It was like, well, to be honest, then, you know, when you're security, you know, they expect that you take certain things for granted. So made a mental note never to work in security, which is probably fortunate. I don't think they'd employ somebody like me in security. But it did give me a newfound respect for these people. That you're like, gosh, that's really quite a work hazard. Sue gets it in the co-op near where she lives. I guess if you're going in broad daylight, you know, I mean, say for example, you know, on a risk of one to, you know, cutthroat dangerous, surely is going to be standing on the edge of a hill at night, Boxing Day, talking into a phone. I mean, security have got nothing on me, have they? It's actually jolly chilly, guys. They did it on Christmas Eve morning, good Lord. What did they do, Sue? Of course, I also went into the other end of the scale, so I went into Marks and Spencer's because my mother had to pick something up, and they'd reduced the turkeys. So, oh, do you know what, guys? I am so sorry. It does sound windy. You know why? Because I'm absolutely incompetent and didn't put my microphone on, and none of you have been polite enough to say that the sound must be awful. Jeff, I'm on Portsdown Hill. Shall we go and get my microphone? Well, it is windy. It is windy, but I hate the sound of wind. Is the sound of wind quite noisy? Just a bit Brussels sproutish. Well, ram raids, always interesting. How did that saying come about? Was it because of sheep? Never seen a sheep attack a shop. You ram raid the ATMs. That's when they take the whole ATM out, don't they? This is in Hampshire, Jeff. In England. I want to make it sound exotic. The nearest city is Portsmouth, which is that away. So this is where I spent my formative years until I moved to Kent. And of course you'll also be able to hear the traffic through the main shutters. Well, Jeff, I could be abroad. I could be abroad, you know. I could have nipped on a plane, flown across to somewhere, and stand on a hill in the pitch dark for you all. Jeff, how are your pooches? I see they had a Christmas dinner fit for a king. We're getting a storm. Well, that's delightful. Yes, that's the weather warnings. That cloud, I mean, talk about... Sorry, talk about... Oh! I have lost feeling in my hand. Talk about atmospheric. That would be this moon. You would laugh if you could see me. I'm leant backwards with the gimbal above my head. Jeff has either been on the source or one of the dogs is typing. Great, thanks. Waiting G for so E off my Ian. Wonderful. Thank you. I don't speak Yoda. Waiting, great, thanks. Okay, Jeff. Go and have a sit down with your lamb shank. Let's have a wander, shall we? See if I can get the blood circulating around my hand. Only half a glass of wine, Jeff. Well, that's apparently half more than you should have when you're typing. Well, he didn't say how large the glass was, did he, Trish? I know there are some glasses which are the size of a bottle. Now, of course, can you imagine the view, or rather being able to step outside your front door and look at that view? The problem being, of course, that the road, as you will see, is rather busy. Now this is the parking. Of course, I know everybody loves a good view. Oh, wouldn't it be interesting? This could be some sort of marital affair going on. And I could be outing them on YouTube. Claire drank a whole bottle of wine, but it was alcohol free, so probably didn't make you that tiddly. Is it just me there? As in anybody I know? Yes, just me. Do you know what, Mike? I'm not sure people have seen that many street lights and traffic signs either. I think I'm breaking ground. People will be clamouring to know why it wasn't on the new website. No, so there are about 3 cars in the car park, Leslie. It's not necessarily the usual Boxing Day activity. It would be more that people would come down here when it's beautiful weather. And then obviously you can see there's a picnic table. There's a bench, no doubt dedicated to somebody. And then here you will have, obviously in the day you'd have dogs running around or children. And of course the very important bins. There you are. There's a bin to up the game on the car park. Well, wouldn't that be great, Trish, if somebody was like, hold on, can you take a look in that window? I think that's my husband. And he told me he was going out to get some bread. Although you wouldn't take very long to go out and get some bread, would you? I won't carry on walking down that bit because there appears to be some grasses. And by grasses, I mean a great big stack of it. aka almost what you might call a bush. No, it's not your dogs, darling. None of your dogs are down here. Ew. I am hoping that no dog has left me a gift that I have graced my shoes with. I think I can see another emergency vehicle down there, almost in the centre. Some blue lights, although to be fair it could be some sort of Christmas blue light installation. This would be, I mean, Tina's not on the stream, but Tina would love some coast stories down here, wouldn't she? Yeah, I'm not sure that the camera picks up the red lights quite so much. There's one that looks like Mickey Mouse. Can you see those three orange things just to the right of the blue? Thank you very much, Leslie. Yes, if people can like the video. It does look like Mickey Mouse. Although again, that may be just my lack of glasses. And the fact that today my niece gave my dad a Disney 100 mug, and I looked at her and I went, ah, great minds. It wasn't the same design, but I'm not sure a man needs 2 Disney 100 mugs. So of course it was really finished off the job when my sister gave him 2 Mickey glasses. So who thought when they woke up this morning that they'd be looking at an orange Mickey down Portsdown Hill? Oh, thank you, Leslie, for the tip. That's very kind of you. Yes, I thought it was Spinnaker Tower, but what's strange is, Anne, is that I literally cannot see it in front of me. I can only see it, which shows what a good focus this phone has. So my sister abseiled down Spinnaker Tower for a youth charity. It's actually incredibly difficult. I've got a neck injury, so to keep looking up is incredibly difficult. So I laid down on the floor, concrete floor, while watching my sister abseil down Spinnaker Tower. Couple of tours we'll be doing next year is my sister has now started wood turning. So we'll be watching her do some of that, I think. I just need to make sure that there isn't going to be too much dust that gets in the old electronics. Well, we've been live for 35 minutes now, just for a little quick short tour, so has anybody got any questions before I lose the use of my hands? Well, Jeff, my sister has now been on 3 tours. So we've done 2 jewellery making tours. No, she's done 2 doors. 2 doors? 2 tours. We did one where she taught us how to make jewellery. The second one she showed us in caustic art. Is my spanner on? Could you spanner me some links, please? I will go home in a minute, Leslie, because it is incredibly chilly. I know that Christmas isn't always a great time for everybody, so I wanted to make sure that everybody is tickety-boo. With all of these holidays, sometimes they can be a double-edged sword. Ah, Seth! Hello, Seth. Yes, one tour was about the fireman because my sister set fire to something. Sharon's here listening. And since she was late, she's a bit lost. Well, Sharon, it was literally, I have come out, driven to Portsdown Hill to show you the views. Thank you, Claire. If you're not already in my Facebook group, please do join my Facebook group, which is called Leonie on Tour. For those of you that might be interested in supporting me on a more regular basis, I have a membership scheme, which you can sign up to become a member and access all of my previous, most of my previous tours. And we have a regular catch-up via Google's equivalent of Zoom. But I'm actually thinking of branching out onto Microsoft Teams. So I'm also thinking of trialling Prism for tours as well. Streamlabs, unfortunately, streaming to scheduled links has proved to be very stressful. They don't have a fixed date in sight, so I have thought about trialling Prism, which sounds like prison, but I am not thinking of trialling prison. And my next tour, I think, is going to be at the weekend, and it's going to be a quiz, because the weather is a bit of a nightmare. Mike says Teams is a pain for non-work meetings. Well, you can have 2 accounts though, can't you, Mike? So I have obviously a work account, and then I have a Leonie Kent account. Zoom, I know, is more tried and tested. Unfortunately, it is expensivo. Prism, you are quite right. It did create issues for a couple of guys a while back, but some guys seem to be using absolutely fine. So I wonder whether or not they may be better with Androids as opposed to Apple devices. So I think, as I've now had so much of a nightmare going on with Streamlabs, that I'm thinking perhaps try something else, and then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I wonder what that is on the floor. Can we see what it is on the floor? Look at that. What is it? It's an egg. Can anybody actually see what that is? It's a ball. Is it a ball? Oh. Is it a ball? It's an alien egg. Shall I touch it? It's not a ball. What is it? Oh, it's the lid of a coffee cup. How utterly ridiculous. See, that's what being nosy. Oh, Claire, you won't be unemployed, I can assure you. Spanners are required in any form of media. I did actually think for a moment you'd lost your job, but then I realised you were talking about spannering. Oh, hi Ronnie. Well, I'm sad to say that we're going to be wrapping up very shortly. However, the great thing is about YouTube is that you will be able to scroll back. I'm just going to walk you back so you get a really good look at this view. As far as I can go back without actually causing myself a mischief. We thought I'd just watched found an alien egg, but sadly it turned out to be the lid of a coffee cup, which was very unexciting. Thank you, Mike, for your tip. Oh! I think that might have been for me, but you never can tell. Right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you up to the 45, so that'll be another 2 minutes. So if anybody's got any questions, now is the time. Mike, when are you going to actually see humans again? Hey Tish, happy Boxing Day. Tish, you're also oh, you're going back to work tomorrow, Mike? Oh, that's a little bit depressing. But you've still got New Year's Day off. So no, it's just because I'm closer to the road that it's noisier. So yes, Tish, we're almost drawing to a close. It was just a very impromptu. Oh, you're sorry. You see, the thing is, Mike, when I ask a question, it would be helpful if I remember the question that I asked. So you're seeing humans tomorrow? No, Tish, that's absolutely fine. It was literally, I mean, this will stay up for anybody who wishes to see the views. I just wanted to touch in, is that what I actually mean? Touch base, clock in, who knows? So all I would say, Mike, is if you haven't seen people for about 5 days, you might want to ingratiate yourself into society slowly. Humans tomorrow. check-in. Thank you, Anne. I would say the cold has gone to my head, but actually I'm wearing my Christmas pudding hat, so we know that's not true. So I'm just going to flip the camera to me, just a moment. Just so you know it's me. It really is me. Hello, me. Christmas pudding hat. You know the Christmas pudding hat, Tish. Don't pretend otherwise. I don't think the wind's hitting us till tomorrow. No doubt when I drive back to Kent, it'll become ferocious. Thank you, Tish. I'm not sure I look lovely, but the thing is, it's so misty. Let me show you the moon, Tish. You'll like the moon. Look, that is a proper atmospheric moon. You can see some sort of pet spectres. Oh, you're thinking it's romantic. I was thinking it was kind of, you know, the ones where you'd be walking along and you'd find some weird creatures. Yes, gothic, very gothic Victorian moon. Right then, my lovelies. Oh, that's not my car. Let's stall that one out by going down again, and then they won't think that I was just about trying to get into their car, although they can probably hear me. My car's the one right next to their car, both black, but I only have the key to one of them. They're probably intrigued as to what I'm doing. To be fair, they've been parked up since I got here. I could pretend I'm a private detective on the hunt for cheating partners. Right, I'm going to show you a bit of a, I nearly said paranormal, but I meant to say panoramic. Hope everybody enjoys the rest of this Christmas week. Or holiday week if you don't celebrate Christmas, and I hope to see you soon. I must get myself sorted out to put up my quiz. For those of you who frequent fly on my tours, you will know that the link that I put up won't be the link that actually works, so if you just go to my YouTube channel and see when I actually go live. So I'm going to call it a day. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for your support. And I hope that I will see you very soon. Right, Tish, so the quiz. Oh yes, part of the quiz is, can you find the link? Yes, it's now it's now going to be part of like almost like a murder mystery. Can you find the link? Can you find the murderer? Can you find the link? All right then, lovely. So you take care. Bye guys, take care, see you later.